Most suffering does not come from pain. It comes from resistance. Life happens, but the mind says this should not be happening, and in that moment, suffering is born. The Buddha taught that pain is unavoidable, but suffering is created by the mind. Look at your own life. How often do you suffer not because of what happened, but because you refuse to accept that it happened? You replay the moment. You argue with reality. You imagine different outcomes, but reality does not listen. Reality simply is. When the mind resists what is, it creates tension. This tension is called dukkha, mental suffering caused by craving and aversion. You crave things to be different. You reject things as they are. And the more you resist, the heavier life feels. Acceptance is often misunderstood. Acceptance does not mean liking what happened. It does not mean giving up. It does not mean weakness. Acceptance means seeing clearly. The Buddha taught that wisdom begins when we stop fighting the truth. When something is lost, the mind says it should not be gone. But everything that arises must pass. Impermanence is not cruelty, it is nature. When you accept this, the pain remains, but the suffering dissolves. Notice this carefully. The moment you say, "This should not be," you add a second wound. The first wound is life. The second wound is resistance. The Buddha called this the second arrow. You cannot always avoid the first arrow, but you can choose not to shoot the second. Acceptance removes the second arrow. When you accept reality, you stop exhausting yourself emotionally. The mind becomes quiet, and in that quiet, you gain clarity. From clarity comes wise action. Acceptance does not make you passive, it makes you effective. When you stop wasting energy on what cannot be changed, you gain energy to change what can. The Buddha emphasized mindfulness because it brings the mind back to the present moment. Suffering lives in the past and future. Acceptance lives now. When you sit with what is, without judgment, without story, peace appears, even in difficult moments. This is why monks sit calmly in discomfort, not because they feel nothing, but because they do not fight it. They allow sensation to arise and to pass. Resistance tightens the mind. Acceptance loosens it. Look at anger. Anger exists because reality did not match expectation. The moment you accept what happened, anger loses its grip. Look at fear. Fear exists because the mind imagines a future that may never arrive. Acceptance brings you back to what is actually happening right now. The Buddha did not teach escape from life. He taught understanding life. And understanding begins with acceptance. When you accept reality, you stop asking, "Why me?" and begin asking, "What now?" This shift ends suffering, because reality is not your enemy, your resistance is. The moment you stop arguing with life, life becomes lighter. This does not mean life becomes easy, it means the mind becomes free. Freedom is not changing the world. Freedom is no longer being controlled by it. Acceptance is the doorway. Through it, you step out of suffering.